Yo, Evan. Is Mama hammered still? I haven't seen her going live on mine for a minute. Uh I haven't seen her yet. I just got home. I just got to mom's house. But she's also, which I completely forgot about, but she's at the birthday party. So for all I know, she started up again. I mean, she's at some like mariachi thing. The neighbors thing, which I probably should go say hello to, um, but I'm here. Yo, Ellie, how's it going? Wait, um, did did the did this post in the Discord? There's a photo, dude. It's not saying it did, and it's just like a little emote of shit. That's so funny. What is this? Um, yo, how's it going? Yo, how's it going, Big Cheese? Um, dude, I also wait. This is another thing I really have to do. I have to download that stream because I feel like I'm gonna make an edit of it because it was actually crazy. That was nuts, dude. I yes, I saw it on it. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ellie. I wasn't joking when I said I've never met this person before. I've never like gone drink for drink with mom ever, and it was hilarious. I was watching an old stream and she drank a whole bottle in 20 minutes. Yeah, totally. Lily still pissed about Power Hour. No, she was stoked. She really was like, I mean, I kind of just put it in the Discord because I knew I'm gonna do this and like really go. And I'm sure the stream when I do it on mom's channel will really be recapping the Power Hour. But she had fun. I mean, she was mad for sure because like she got cut off because it was funny because Kilby mentioned it. He was just like, it's not that we didn't think you could do it, it's that we think you can do it. But if she could do it, then it'd be rough, you know? But that was somebody else for real. Oh my God, right? I mean, how's it going, Short Kitten? Like, dude, again, I'm stoked about editing this video because I think I'm gonna make it ridiculous. And I'm stoked that it's just like we're gonna make a YouTube video. How's it going, Gianna? But who was that? I mean, when she was just like 1940, April 7th, 1947, and when she was just like sitting like this, and then when she was like number 4, I mean, I don't really remember. I mean, I do remember it for sure, but I also had such a gnarly weekend. I need to rewatch it because I was paying too much attention to the number. Yeah, I mean, I gotta like I'm stoked to make something. I'm gonna make a video. Like it's like, so I'm looking at it. It's 1 minute. It's an hour 17 minutes. I'll probably make something that's like 15 of just like it being completely nuts, and then I will. I mean, I feel like I could like bring people to it. But it was funny because yesterday someone texted me who does not watch streams at all and was like, "Oh, I saw it," and I'm like, "Where? How?" But also sick. But I guess I did say we're playing Power Hour on Instagram for a little bit. Like I put it up. She was dude, yeah, for sure. Dude, Darth Kaiser also H. Oh my God, that's so good. But also, Short Kitten, I was gonna message you about maybe if you'd be interested in making some smooshies, so some emotes. I mean, I don't know what you do. I don't know how you do it. I don't know your pricing. I don't know whatever. But the thing was, I was talking to San Diego a little bit about just like, I want to figure out, again, over here, I'm really just like bullshitting with you guys because I'm like trying to compartmentalize things. But I do want to figure out a schedule, and I do want to start making things over here and like videos. And if mom isn't really trying to make videos, I would want her to do like streams. But then if we're doing streams seriously, I'd want it to be like, I mean, like I love the emotes for sure, but I'm also like, well, let's get some good ones. It's like make ones that are like serious. Dig the shirt, Kevin. Thank you. How good is that? Like something like this shit. But thank you. But I mean, also because Kilby was down and he's making some, but I'm also just like, I just know that in the Discord, in the server, I'm going to do the Nitro thing and have it all and then just have it open. So it's just like, there's just more options. And I feel like if I'm somewhere else, let's just say on TikTok and we're just doing TikTok as opposed to like both houses, at least then I could give them emotes. You know what I mean? Like just get a little bit more, just get a little bit more organized, I guess. I thought you two weren't streaming today. I didn't think I was either, but I went, which is also a trip. I feel like I gotta wait for Nick. I don't know if he's into this whole thing, but yesterday I went to a friend's birthday party, and I was hanging out with Tia, I think it's Tierra Whack and Sia, which was a trip. But I was like, I was working with someone who's had a birthday party that like they hosted, or Sia hosted, and I was like gonna take mom to a book thing. I wasn't gonna work today at all, but I was like, everything got pushed back because the party got rowdy, and I was just like, fuck it, I'll just come over here, hang for a little bit, and then again try to like figure out more shit. I had to come to mom's to fucking download this video, which I'm about to do right now, and put onto this hard drive so I could start editing it. But yeah, because I really want to schedule so I could start making stuff, as opposed to like, even right now, it's like if I have free time, this is awesome to me, but it's just like, if I'm really trying to like make a video, I would be editing, you know? Also, Big Cheese, you said that you did copy, or like you did editing. Is this one of the things where like, if I just again hypothetically, truly hypothetically, but if I were to make a YouTube video, or if I were to, let's just say, rant on some shit, could you write it down? You know what I mean? Like cuz could you put it in words that maybe isn't insane? I mean, granted, I want it to be insane, but like, you know what I mean? Like a little less crazy than just me talking to you guys. Like I'm just saying nutty shit. Okay. I just realized I've never seen her smile on stream. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, her smiling is a rarity. I thought that Bugs Bunny, Marvin the Martian, and I think Daffy shirts, you have to show my dad a video where you had it on. He said he had that shirt when he was 12. You mean the Bugs and Taz, like the one that's like, it's kind of like this. It's like this design. My friend whose birthday it was, that he's the one who gave it to me. This is like a true classic. Also, the really, really good ones, the old school ones, they had this on the front, and then they had their backs on the back. You know, it's like just like like their point of view. It's like oh my God, such good stuff. Also, I gotta fucking figure out, I really gotta figure out a printer. But I do feel like I'm getting somewhere. Yeah, dude, it's so sick. Also, that's like such like a 90s, like, hell yeah, 90s ass, like dad ass shirt, you know? Dude, Darth Kaiser. I wonder how she would feel if we watched some of that stream. Like if I know I should make the edit, and then I should show her and like be like, yo, do you remember yourself? I worked for newspapers for 20 years. I was a copy editor, designer to start, and websites as well, photography, video. 10 years graphic design, editing. Dude, yes. Okay, well, because I'm thinking I was talking to someone, and again, it's just hypothetical, it's nothing, you know, but I'm like, So on Friday, yeah, I had a fucking long, weird weekend. But on Friday, I met up with some friends and we were gonna work on some stuff for a record. But yeah, he was like almost excited to see that too. So I mean, it's one of those things where like to anyone who knows about that shit, I get stopped all the time. When it's like when someone knows, they're like, oh shit, that's the best, you know. But oh my God, Kevin, you should dress up like Darth Kaiser for Halloween. Yeah. Oh my God. I was just looking at this too, that Kilby made. Dude, Darth Kaiser. I mean, this is also funny because I know this is Mid-Journey, but it's funny because it's like I don't really think of this. Like I don't think of Darth as like a doctor. I don't know what I think of when I think Darth Kaiser, but like I feel like it's just mom, but I don't know what I have in my mind. I don't. But I work for myself now doing writing, editing, graphic design, and most recently ChatGPT. Okay, so yeah, what I was saying was on Friday I met up with a friend and they are so clueless on any of this stuff. And it's just like I'm not over here saying like I know what I'm doing, but so it's like I really know I've come some way simply because I am talking to someone who knows zero, respectfully. I mean, they'll be the first to say it, but I was like, okay, well, one thing I want to do over here, especially, Darth Kaiser sounds more administrative than, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I also feel like it's like in my head, maybe I think that it's like it's just mom as Vader, but the Death Star is Kaiser Permanente. It's like it's just like within the world of Kaiser, it's like the layer, because it's still like red sabers and all. Like this Darth looks like he's helpful, like a doctor in all black with the cape. Sure, but I mean, it's like again, there's so many. I should fuck with ChatGPT a bit. But so yeah, so I was talking to my friend and I was like, well, I'm trying to make and also yesterday especially. Like so I went to this thing and then I went to a birthday party after. I went to 2 parties, which is again much, but whatever. But and it was a room full of writers, like, like just writers. Not as funny as Darth Onion. Darth almost anything with mom is funny. But so these dudes are they just write, like they like are script doctors and shit. I don't even know what they do by this point, but like they all like swung heavy like a decade ago and did shit. But now the game has changed to the point where yeah, it's almost like they don't have things to report on. And I'm over here being like, there's always something. And I was like, well, I want to start doing like, I don't even know what exactly on this channel, but like some video essay stuff and some like filming music stuff like I was doing. And I was like, if some of these, I know that it was just like I was going on some rants last night about bullshit. And I was like, I feel like I have slightly, you can't really type today. Welcome to my world, man. But I have slightly like live stream brain, or like I'm trying to have YouTube brain where I'm saying that like it's like if I find something like disclaimer, it was just like, I don't know, I said disclaimer and then mom said don't disclaim me, disclaim you, and I'm like that's it. There's something cool. This meme can live, or like Darth Kaiser, it's like it could just be like a fucking, a like a funny whatever, or it's just like no. Let's water this plant. And so I was like, so when I was talking, I was like, oh, I was trying, they were asking me a question and I was answering with an answer, and I was like, well, this is a YouTube video that I haven't made yet. And they're like, what are you fucking talking about? And I'm like, well, again, I'm like putting this stuff in my mind, like in different rooms, and being like, and also it's like, mom is really bad at, respectfully, but like she goes on, like it's like if it's like she'll prove her point, but then we'll say it 10 times over again, as opposed to just like saying it, going in and out. And that's totally fine in a conversation because who cares? But it's like when I'm like editing, yo, Hans, I'm like, nah, this is it. Let's just, get it, and she's just not good at that. But I was like, I want to not, yeah, I'm here. And mom's gonna come in a minute, but you should record stuff on your phone and get a mini recorder for when you start ranting about something. Sorry if I'm not talking in chat about what you're talking about here. Oh my God, dude, no way. Oh my God, Evan, don't even sweat. Again, I'm saying that I really want to schedule. So it's like, again, I don't know what this is. So I'm saying that we're just hanging. So whatever you want, don't follow me. I'm just yapping. But yeah, Big Cheese. I mean, cause in my phone, and it's funny cause it really is like, I just know to some extent this is going to be proof of concept to some of these friends because they're not doing much, which is just so unfortunate because they're all so talented. But I'm like, well, all I'm doing is, I'm working. Yo, David, how's it going? I'm working. I'm making stuff, but I'm also just dusting off hard drives. Like I'm just making. I'm just rehashing ideas. So it's like my phone is full with like memos of stuff. And again, I'm saying that I was telling them about Discord and they were like, no way, it's way too much. And they were like, I was like, oh, well, you could hop on some streams, because you have friends do that. And they were like, no, I don't want to do that because it's too scary. And so then I mentioned Substack and I was just like, okay, cool. But I'm also thinking that if there is a world where there are people who just want to consume information like that, because I feel like the points will be they're there. But because the thing is, because even Big Cheese, like, I don't want it to be, because it's like, I brought up mom ranting because I don't want to do that. I want to have here's a post, here's a post. So I want to edit almost on my own. But I'm also like, I would never transcribe it, but I'm also thinking that like, if you're down, and again, this is hypothetical, this is not, but if you're down and I was to do that, and then there are some people over there that are trying to support in whatever way, then we could figure out like how much you get paid, whatever. Because yeah, like I just know too, which is so funny. And I've done this with a few people now. Wait, this is great timing. Always, Kev, I gotta do laundry. Awesome. But yeah, I've done this with a few friends now, but like, it's so funny, but it's like, I like fully lie. I lie to them. I'm just like, now it's a little different because everyone knows that like online stuff is, I don't know. It's as legit as anything. It's like if someone's over here being like, it's not, they're just a little off. But I remember like my friend really wanted to make like a short film and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, you should. But like they didn't. But they had the means of making like a YouTube video. And I was just like, what are you scared of YouTube? I was like, oh, just like kind of like not egging them on, but just like, who cares, man? Throw it away. It's like YouTube is stupid, like whatever, like really playing it down. And then he posted something, or no, this is on Facebook. This is a long time ago. He posted something and then it blew up and he was just like, hey man, this is kind of serious. And I'm like, finally, motherfucker. Like, are you kidding? Are you joking? Again, like a person is a person. Content is content. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like you're over here being like, oh man, it's not fucking A24. And it's just like, man, get out of my face. So the thing is, when I was talking to my friend on Friday, I mentioned Substack in a way where I'm like, hey, yo, this is real. But they don't believe me. They do because they see it. But it's like it's like some of the people who are like I'm close with, they know how I talk and they're just like, okay, let me ask him a question and then he's going to yap for an hour. But at least I'll understand some shit. And so I'm like, I'm going to do it to show them. And I also just know that it's like, it's like whenever I work with bands, I feel maybe even like confident in making stuff because, for sure, like I said, sick, Big Cheese. Because what I was saying was, Uh, you know, have any of you guys ever heard of Bandsplain? I met Yossi last week at the festival, and she's really kind of inspired me in this way because when I was doing this, even I was like, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel where I rant for 15 minutes a week. Not, I mean, I'm gonna go on for an hour, but I'll edit to 15 minutes because there were just podcasts on Spotify, and I was like, that could live in the same world where it's just like, here's the thing, I'm going on and I'm just pressing upload over here, and it's gonna be just music shit or fucking art shit or whatever. And her like research is just so good, and she's funny, and she's a Valley girl. She's like, her voice is deep fried and shit. Like it's so up my alley. Yo, Sabrina, how's it going? And so, Sabrina, could you in Discord, can you send me your address again? Because tomorrow I'm gonna be sending out some stuff, and your painting is here, your drawing is here. Today I've been singing sick ass fools. Dude, that is so sick. That is so sick. Also, that was the thing when I was talking about Facebook, and now it's like, dude, that is huge. But dude, also that song is sick, right? That song is fucking rad. But so the thing was, and it's so me, but it's like it's not a meme because she's a journalist. And also it's funny because she really likes, which is a take I think is cool, even though I don't, which is funny. Because she wants the gatekeepers. She wants the gatekeepers back because she's just like, anyone having any access to everyone, the bar is so low that you can't find anything good anymore because you don't even know where to look because there's so many things out there. And it's like, I kind of get it, but I'm also like, no, I'd rather have the doors open for everyone. I mean it. Like, I'd rather have the chaos and the art bar going maybe even lower than hoped. But it's also like, I don't know. That just kind of seems a bit of a cop out. Like, you're not digging. Yo, San Diego, how's it going? Like, you're not finding it. It's not like it's not there. It's just there's so many places to find it, you know? But but again, I laugh because it's like, because I don't know if she's just like, I want to be a gatekeeper, but I also kind of feel like she wants to be a gatekeeper because she does her homework, you know, her research is in depth and whatever. So I was like, again, I'm thinking about it on my end where like, if it's a rant, but I'm also, which I'm really excited about, it's like, I mean, I have to do homework, you know, it's like, sure, I know what I know, but fuck that. I gotta fucking, you know, it's like, I gotta dig, I gotta do homework. And that's why, again, I'm thinking really a lot about a schedule. So I know when is like my work days where I'm not doing this, but I'm reading for 10 hours, you know, or editing for that matter, or finding people who could help, you know, but so, yeah. So the thing is, again, when I was talking to my friend, we were talking about Substack because that was the only place, for whatever reason, that she was like, I think maybe I could do this because, you know, I think that it was because like I showed like Kim Gordon or something, or, oh, no, I think it was Kim, and it was, who was, why am I blanking? What's the record? Horses? Patti Smith. So it was just really weird because also, again, I think that Substack is so funny because it's like, for some strange reason, some of the like art nerds that I know they're like not, it's like the closest thing to like Instagram that they're not scared or something. So they're like, yeah, let's go over here. But again, because of that, it's like also like, so I don't know. It's like it seems like it seems like my friend the other day, yesterday, Jimmy, he was talking about tools, and we were talking about like espresso machines because he's really into coffee. And I was asking about this or that, and he was just like, if it's a tool and you can't make a mistake on it, it's a toy. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he was like, because he was talking about like stepping the coffee game up, and I'm like, oh, it's like I really do see what you're saying, but I just feel like it's not. I mean, Substack is as fucking real as it gets, but it just feels like it's like, oh yeah, it's so like I don't know, like a world that seems like it has like bumpers on it, or just like kind of like yeah, or again, not it, but the way I think that some of like the homies are using it. They're like, oh, cool. It's just we do what we do, but I'm gonna do a little bit more over here, and then it's behind a paywall, so and now it's real or something. But yeah, so it's like right now I'm not. I have to. I think when mom goes to Texas, or mom's going to a wedding, um, I'm gonna figure all this stuff out, and then when she's back, I'm gonna put the things in place. Um, yeah, and so I also feel like it's like me, also coming up with ideas, being like I was watching some video on YouTube about YouTube, and they were like, "Oh, a practice is just like thumbnail um title, And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, thinking about coming up with thumbnail titles, tough, man. It sounds hard as fuck." But again, I'm stoked to start doing it, especially with like, mom just wants to stream. So then I'm thinking on mom's end, I'm gonna come up with like, more of this in order to like make the stream more. I don't even know what you want to call that, but I mean, I think that what's your plan? I mean, so what my plan is to make YouTube videos here, but have the YouTube videos be like a video essay, like an essay, like I'm writing an essay, and then I just put it here and probably film some friends making some stuff, like I was doing, and then transcribing those. Because the thing is, again, I'm saying it's not that I'm over here being like, I want to make a Substack, but I just know that like, if I bring, it's like, even like with this friend, it's like, if I brought just her alone into that world, then I have her in a completely different like context. And again, if I'm over here being like, look, I'm going to keep on going, it's just like I press publish once. It's one of the reasons why I haven't, it's like I haven't done things, I haven't told people about some of this stuff, because it's like I haven't pressed publish yet. I'm not going to talk cheap. So I'm like, when I have a few videos in line, when I've transcribed a few things, and then I'm like, awesome, let's go, let's start really. Again, I just know that like, even someone like Faye, like if it's like, I mean, I can get Faye on a stream like this. It won't be like this, but I just know that she doesn't know the power of this. And I mean, maybe she does, but she doesn't really do it. And it's also like, I'm sure it's nerve wracking to a certain extent, but I'm also like, well, if I'm doing it in a way where where the homies see it and they're not nervous, then I feel like I've gotten some gold that I was thinking of doing when I started this channel, but it just evolved. And so the thing is, I'm also saying that like I was saying that at the party last night, when I brought some friends asked me some questions and I brought up some answers, and I was just like, this is a video. And again, and I just said it out loud to kind of just like remind myself. But I think that with that, it'd be like a post I can show someone in order to bring them into this world, in order for them to be like, that motherfucker is not all talk, And it's not even about me. It's just about like, again, I swear I'm so bummed that it's like my friends aren't putting things out, and it's so good. And I'm like trying to be like, they're not scary, man. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm over here like again, like even with like Sick Ass Fools, like that, I love so much. But it's like, I remember even just like saying like, yo, man, like let's do some stuff. And it's just like, yeah, I don't really know. The internet's funny. And it's just like, by this point, it's like, dude, it's gigantic. And like, it's so sick. And now I'm like making music video. It's like, it's like, I also just think that there's power in numbers. It's like, there's the more people doing it, especially as opposed to like just feeling bummed and like, like I feel like even if I'm just like learning Discord server stuff, or, streaming stuff or whatever, I'm doing something compared to, and again, I'm not saying this in like obviously not a mean way. It's like I love these people. Like I look up to them. I mean, they're really my peers and my heroes and stuff. But it's like as opposed to being like, if I bring something up, they're like shaking their head like, oh God, man, remember the good old days when, and I'm like, man, this is the good old days too. It's just like, don't do that. Don't age yourself out of the fucking conversation because you don't want to learn whatever. Like I was saying just that. I'm like, it's like, I feel like obviously like I'm my mom's kid, but I'm like, I know myself, I have ideas, and I'm just learning these things in order to just express myself enough to get my idea out. And it's not that I'm saying, oh my God, look at me, my idea, but I'm also, again, getting back to Yasi, I'm like, no, like, fuck the gatekeepers. We all have ideas. We're all the same. Let's fucking go, And so, so again, I feel like I'm like, especially putting like more on my plate right now because I'm like, I'm just going to show them, it's like, I could say it all I want, but it's like, talk really is cheap. Lauren Hill said, it's not the talkers, but the walkers and their word. Wait, Kev, your thumbnails are going to be hilarious. Nice background. Dude, thank you, Sabrina. That's another thing. I'm bummed. All the live stream stuff. Again, I just needed to start doing it, but I'm like, oh my God, man, my thumbnails are fucking trash right now. Also, thumbnails and titles, I don't have anything at all right now, but I am really, 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 really stoked about it. Or even again, just like having people in place being like, cool, I need a thumbnail. And it's just like, especially like if there's a world where like, we're really like bringing in some dough, making these things. And I'm like, let's all eat, It's just like, I'm not trying to be mean or stingy. I'm like, no. Like it's like, yeah, like this image of fucking Darth Kaiser, it's like, it's like, I mean, it's also like, like I got, tips from the stream and it's going into Nitro. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like, yeah. 1 second. I had some John Lo Mein last night and fried rice. I put Evan, sounds good, dude. By the way, your shorts have been on point. You mean the edits of the YouTube shorts? I sent you Substack and YouTube links for a guy I follow. The content is probably not at all like what you're doing, but I thought it might. Dude, thank you so much, Cheese. Again, that's it too. I'm not like, with me in my head, wait up, I feel like your philosophy is don't give a fuck, just do. That's a fact. But what's also funny? Thank you, San Diego. What's also funny? Dude, there's a case for everything. That's going to be another big, or not big. There's going to be another post, but it's like, it's funny because it's like, I don't give a fuck and I just do, but I'm doing because I give the most fucks. You know what I mean? It's like, I had a long fucking day. I had a long night yesterday and I'm fucking here. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Let's figure this out. And I was also telling some of my friends yesterday, like, it's a trip because it's like, I'm figuring it out with them and it's like, it's rad, And they're like, bro, your fucking world is crazy. And I was also talking about fucking mom and OF and like selling farts and like how that's a meme. And like, there were people who were at the party and I was talking to like close friends and they were just like, Kev, tell me what's going on. Like what's new now? And I was saying the shit. And then there were people chiming in, like just cracking up, just like they were laughing so fucking hard. And I'm like, none of this is a joke. It's like, we're going through the like, someone mentioned the jars in the bathtub with the bubbles and my mom being like, man, if I could sell the fucking farts, I'd fart so hard for you, and it's all real, and they were like, just no way. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, it was just weird where, again, it was just like everyone was like, it's so far from what they know, like whatever art or content, or I don't know. I don't know what the conversation is actually, but it was so far from whatever their world is that I don't know, they felt out of touch, or they felt like it was just funny vibes. But then again, it's just like, I'm over here being like, let me see the record collection, because I mean, today is the day I'm gonna have to start looking for some records, because I'm gonna do that thing. I'm gonna DJ soon. And so it's just like, they were like, oh, you live online. And I'm like, I do, but I don't. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, again, like, I'm just trying to learn how to express myself in these worlds, because I also feel like, what do you mean? If the forest grows, when the forest grows, and then I have the movie of Mom down, it's only going to help. The story is, it's like I was saying someone the other day, they were talking about, they made a documentary, and the story about making the documentary was a documentary, period. But they didn't see it. And I was like, they were telling the story, and they were like getting goosebumps, this and that. And I'm like, yo, like, again, like, this is what I feel like I do, where I'm like, cool, you're making a movie. Or I said it before all the time, like, making a record, whatever, making a movie. It's like a designer, like, making a chair. And I'm over here just being like, cool, I'm just going to pick up all these scraps and like all this sawdust. And there's a reason why people need sawdust and people want sawdust. And I'm like, yeah, like, I bet you there's some parts of the movie that didn't make the film, because it's not in this like traditional 3-act structure. And it's probably, I'm not saying probably, but it might be just as good, or if not better than whatever, where I'm like, again, my other friend who was like, oh, Kev, like, you just did, it was right after Subway Take. So like, you did a Subway Take and it was really great. And dude, like, he just got like a movie option, and he's just like, you should maybe start thinking about about long form. I was like, dude, we like stream like 5 days a week. I think that your film is short form. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm working in long form. And I also feel like I will. It's like if I told a story of Mom, I feel like it would be like a trailer for The Server or something. It'd be like, oh yeah, sick. This is a story, but if you want the real shit, and it's like, is Darth Kaiser gonna make the fucking film? That's my point. Where it's just like, man, if you, it's like, it's not. I don't know. But I mean, yeah. Wait, are you using Majestic Enterprise account for DMs on Discord, or just like, you could do it either way, Big Cheese. I just haven't fleshed out the Majestic Enterprise yet. You could just go to Mom's. That's fine. Cause it's like, I'm gonna yeah. Go to Mom's. He's a woodworker and waxes poetic about politics over his woodworking videos. Whoa, that's cool. That's a trip. It's crazy to hear you talk about like trying to make stuff that's interesting while simultaneously being majorly inspired by you and trying to follow. Dude, that's awesome. Short Kitten, I love you, man. That's awesome. I mean, I also know, again, I know that in a way too. You give a fuck about, well, yeah, for sure. But people should care about what they do, but people care more about what others think. Yeah. But usually the forest is pushing us towards a certain way for a reason. Agreed. Remember when Mom said that the theory of natural selection was being automatically spontaneous and nice? That is true. Yeah, I do remember that. I totally remember that. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, but again, to Short Kitten, it's like, it's also this too. Again, I mean, like I'm saying, and it's like, this isn't like flexing at all, but I'm like, but yeah, like going yeah, like talking to like Sia about any of this stuff yesterday was like, again, it's like, you know, when you feel confident in like whatever you're doing, it doesn't really make a difference who the fuck you're talking to. And it was one of those things where it was just like I was talking to her like a person, and I'm sure it got me further as opposed to being like, oh, whatever. And it was also like whatever, like, meeting through friends is a whatever. And no, it's like it's a lot easy, it's way easier. But I was also like, when I was fucking yapping about shit, like she was hearing me and the people were hearing me. And I was like, oh, like, again, I'm not over here being like, oh my God, look, here are artists who are hearing me out, as opposed to like talking to you guys being like, oh my God, like Short Kitten just saying, just saying that. I'm like, I know that I've like gathered things throughout like the lands, and I'm like, no, it'd be cool to just kind of, because it's like, I think this too. I'm like, I feel like, like when some people like write like self-help books or something, and I used to say it all the time, where like, I'm good at doing the job. I'm really bad at getting the job because I'm a bit honest, and like, the idea of saying I know what I'm doing is absurd. It's insane. Like, it's insane. And granted, I'm also trying to like kind of like move like the fucking the goalpost to like I'm kind of constantly in uncomfortable situations because I don't know how to entirely use Discord, or like I don't know about Substack. And I'm trying to like grow. But yeah, I was thinking, I feel like Seth Godin might have said it once, but he was just like, with some people who I was kind of talking and working with, they needed to get a job once. Like, I can get a job once and move papers, you know what I mean? But it's just like some people get jobs and then they might not, they might get a job and then the job becomes keeping the job. And I'm like, and again, I'm not saying, oh my God, me to them. I'm just saying like in the small world I was in, I was kind of like always trying to do something else while doing what I do. But again, I'm like, dude, it's like, again, I mean, I said it as a joke, even though it's not, but like when Instagram was chronological to when it wasn't, when there's an algorithm. If someone says they know what they're doing, they're lying. Everything changed. Everything changed. I mean, sure, engaging with an audience, sure, make good stuff. Sure, that'll apply forever. But it's just like, no. Like, it's like I've talked to people who would just say buzzwords that kind of meant nothing. They were just like, engage more. It's like, what, it's like you're telling an artist this who doesn't want to do anything besides play the drums. You sound like you know what you're talking about, while this person's like, oh yeah, they know what they're talking about because they got this job, like they're like respecting, like their position. And I'm over here being like, you guys are saying nothing. There's nothing here. It's like you guys are just saying viral. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, what is viral and what is, sure, if it's like here's the average and it's above average, okay. I also feel like that changes, like if a word changes its definition that often, what is it besides, maybe even sounds transmitting nothing, but anyhow, so yeah, I feel like I was like, even when talking to my friend on Friday, I was like, look, you have a label. They're probably awesome. I mean, they signed you, so I fuck with them, period. But they're looking for something. Realistically, they're not looking for anything. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. All they're looking for is attention. It doesn't make a difference how I mean, granted, they don't want it to be negative, but they're just like, bring attention to the music, But they couldn't say, what to do. Also, I've learned the hard way where like, oh my God, man, I've had ideas that were good that I, didn't get the credit for. And I had ideas that were bad and I took all the blame for. And it's just like, dude, it's like, just like, you got to let people cook, you got to let people do some shit, like, And it's like consistency isn't like a thing, you know. It's like it's just showing up again and again and again. But and I also, it was funny. I remember talking to mom about this stuff, and she has funny ways of like whenever it's like if I get a job, she's like, "Don't turn it in too quickly." You know, it's like you have to make them feel like you're working. And I'm like, what's that like Picasso fucking story of like some lady was like, "Could you draw me?" And he was just like, "Sure." And he went like this, you know, and it was just like $5,000. And she's like, "You can't charge someone $5,000 for something you did in 10 seconds." And he's just like, "Took me 30 years to draw this in 10 seconds." You know, it's just like the job is a job, you know? Um, I'm quick at editing. It doesn't mean that I'm not working, you know? But, but so I said something along the lines of, cause you know, mom does oddly work better in the like, what percent robot are you? Or like, what part of the brain are you working in? Like when I ask her those questions, she gets it more. But, but I was like, anytime I got a job, I'm like, if they give me like $1, how much do you think that they want me to work for the dollar? You know what I mean? So it's just like if a job is, you know, $1,000, they want $5,000 worth of value out. You know, it's just like, you know, and so there is this like, you know, she'll like compute, you know, and be like, "Oh man, these people want a lot out of you." If it's like, you know, but so again, I'm like, I'm being honest in the fact that like, yeah, like things are changing. So how the fuck do I know I don't know what's going on. You know, I mean, like I know, again, I mean, I know art is art. I know good is good. I know to like create community is a good thing. Um, but it's like, yeah, by this point, thinking about Yasi being like gatekeepers coming back, they wish gatekeepers would come back. Like they don't want fucking, and again, I'm not saying this in like a bad way, like they like whatever, but like they don't want independent fucking, you know, creators to have the power that they might, compared to like, give it all back to Rolling Stone and let us pay someone. You know what I mean? Bring it all back to whatever. So then we could go just right there. Wait, just casually dropping that you hung. Yeah, Big Cheese. I went to my friend's party. And Sia hosted it, and Tierra Whack was there. I no, no. I mean, I said it earlier. That's why I feel like I might have said it nonchalantly, but yeah, I mean, I guess she's like a homie. I mean, she's the sweetest person in the world. I mean, like she's like, what's mine is if what mine is yours is a person. That's who she is. But I was also saying, you know, again, I showed you because, you know, Jimmy was on that track again. And I'm like, I can't wait for Jimmy to be here. Like Jimmy's a perfect example of like, bro, come here and let me explain that it's not scary, or let me show you that you should be using Substack or something, you know, like you should be doing something where there's a practice, and then you show up and you stay consistent and then, you know, it's just like when it's like, yeah, it's like anything. It's like when you look back, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe how far I come, even though it doesn't feel like that. I feel like Kevin just knows a lot of people and knows, yeah, I guess. I mean, even that, I mean, it's also funny because, yeah. Again, I mean, it is kind of like LA shit where like some of the friends are just friends with friends. And then also like, you know, again, like there's another YouTube video, 100%. It's yes, it is the keeping up with the Joneses, but it's also back to the old drawing board. And back to the old drawing board, it's like, I think that it's my metaphor in this was, what's the difference between hungry and thirsty? And I have a good friend who is just thirsty, you know, and it's not a bad thing, but I also feel like they might not even know how to like get from A to B, but they're good at what they do. And I feel like some people might think that like to get invited to a party, like you knock on the door, you know, or you hope to be seen by someone who is on the inside who might be like, "Oh, do you want to come in?" And I'm like, I'm like, all I do is water my forest. You know, it's like all I do is like, I don't go back to the old drawing board. Like I'm at the drawing board right now. And if you kick it at the drawing board, doors open. You know what I mean? Like if you're, and again, like I think that knocking on the door to a party, again, which is a bad thing, and especially if you don't know, you know, but it's like if you're knocking on the door to a party, you might be thirsty. If I'm trying to fucking make more shit, I am fucking hungry. And it's like when you're around, you know, and you'll be around all of you. You'll be around hungry people and thirsty people and fucking, you know, people who are starving themselves and people who are just my favorite, the earth the funniest. But the people who just like they just talk about how rich their diet is and they're constipated, they don't make shit. I mean I said, dude, I'm regular, man. I consume and I take shits, you know? And and again, I mean, it's also funny because like even in my other computer, it's just like I have a tab open because again, because of Aaliyah brought it up, but bullshit. And bullshit is bullshit because it's no good for anything. And it's like, no, good shit is really important. I mean, the flowers are growing, the forest grows, the fucking mushroom grows. And again, this is what I'm saying. It's just like, I think that there is something here and I'm making these videos, but I also feel like it's so me in the fact that like, when I keep on saying Fool on the Hill shit, I'm like, it's like when I'm at the party, I'm over here yapping about shit. But if someone's hearing me out, they're hearing me out. You know, it's just like, tell me I'm wrong. You know, tell me I'm wrong. How many times, you know, just like you're coming across, you know, some like art school kid who's like, oh, well, this is so derivative. And all they're doing is talking and they're not making anything. And they're so fucking nervous to press fucking publish in any regard. And I'm over here being like, you know, you're probably reading books about people whose diets were probably poor as fuck, but they shat a lot, you know, and it wasn't bullshit. But so, yeah, again, I mean, even with this, it's like me being like, yeah, you know, it's like I'm still like, you know, when talking to some of the people yesterday, the writer people, again, you know, like it's such a weird thing where like, I think that some professions were so romanticized and it's like being a writer is so cool. And I'm like, I'm not putting out ideas. I'm not coming up with ideas. I'm not, you know, trying, giving a fuck while not giving a fuck. But again, it's like because it looks different or because like humor might be a vehicle, even though I don't mean it to be. It's like I dude, you know what's funny? Oh my God, this is so me, man. I'm just yapping, dude. But I was working with these artists that were like really, they're jazz musicians and they needed to do a Patreon something or a Kickstarter thing for a record. And well, one of the musicians is this dude named Larry Goldings, who's like really fucking gifted. Oh wait, Big Cheese, you know Larry Goldings? I don't know if he does it anymore, but he used to tour with James Taylor, and like kind of like recently, but he played with like heavy, gnarly hitters. Wait, that's the story of life of graphic designers. People want to pay you, but the hour. Oh yeah, totally. Off topic. My dad built the original Batman car out of Legos and pitched it to Legos, and they declined his offer, and then built the same one a year later, the same exact. Oh, oh my God, that sucks. Oh my God, that fucking sucks. But that is like, oh, that's so. It's also just crazy. You know, I'll tell you this too. You know, I feel like I've like gotten somewhere in life by just giving credit. Like it's like, and I remember saying it like again, it's kind of like I think of my dad, but what he was good at is kind of creating the vibe of a room. And he did it a lot through music. And I also feel like that kind of like with this being like, oh, cool, like let's set the tone and it's just like lighthearted and whatever. But I'm like, I do love the like back in the day, like 70s, like Cool Herc, like, like the DJs, in New York, like ripping labels off of records because because it's like they don't want you to know what they're playing so they can get the job, as opposed to, you know, you getting the job because you're just looking over someone's shoulder and like getting, their selection. But also now it's like you have Shazam in your pocket. It doesn't make a difference. It's just like you can't be hiding what you're playing. But I'm like, and again, I like it because it's like cultural, and I'm like, that's so like that's what it was. I mean, that's how it's like rap was just about bravado and like you can't do what I do kind of thing. But yeah, I'm over here being like, no, I'm a DJ. I'm not doing anything. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm playing Isaac Hayes records. I didn't make this music. It's just like, that's not me. It's like, it's Isaac. Look, like, no, Stacks, like, yeah, like those are some of the MGs, like giving people credit, let alone that's just, music stuff. But I'm also saying in terms of friends and shit, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like Lego needs more money. They need an extra, what would, I don't even know how much a Lego set would be if you're the designer, but it's like $100,000, I don't know, but it's like, dude, and it's like, it's like when you give credit, people just keep your name. It's like they talk about you well. It's like, just be cool. It's cool to be cool, but yeah, that sucks, dude. That really sucks. Also, wait, isn't that the story of like Tetris as well? Have you seen that documentary? But funny that you said about Sia, but y'all have a million. That's funny. I don't even. I really, like I said before about my mom not counting money. I don't really look at that stuff. But she's like, but I mean, it's like she seems like she's doing very well. I think you said that about yeah, I met her we hung yesterday, but I met her before. But it was also funny because when I met her, I really just talked to her dad a lot, and his dad was her dad was funny, her dad was cool. It was just so like he pretended that we knew each other. So he was just like, oh my God, my mate, like whatever. And it was just like a bit throughout the day. And we just ended up in a corner. Like he was the best. But if you weren't in LA and if you weren't doing anything art related, what would you like to, I feel like I would, I mean, that's a bit too hypothetical for me to wrap my head around, but I feel like I would be some like I would like document in some way. Like I feel like I'm a good like not librarian isn't the right word, but I'd probably find something that I really gave a shit about. Yo, Holy Decay, how's it going? And I would like come up with like a funny way to suggest it. I'd be like, oh, this is really cool. Like Okie Dog, I'd make like a film about it or something. But that's what I feel. And it always have to be some art related. I don't know. I wouldn't be doing anything else. But what I was saying was about Larry Goldings. Larry, one thing that really blew my mind that he did that I like was like, oh my God, this is a fucking artist. He was joking around. He's really funny, but he was joking around about a bunch of shit. And I was filming all of it. And the way I edit, the way I film is like, I'll keep the cameras rolling forever. And then I'll cut whatever I have, as opposed to being like action, cut. Because I don't think that it's like all the stuff, like I'm saying, like all the stuff that's in between is kind of like the good shit, at least to me. And I mean, I was telling someone about editing the other day, and I was like, I think that when I edit, it's like 80-20 bloopers to like what I might be thinking in my mind. And I don't think that that's kind of like normal. But I also feel like that's probably also more so like whatever content means, you know, compared to like I'm writing out a script and I'm getting it, you know? But so one thing that he did that blew my mind was I was filming and then he was joking and he was joking on the piano. And again, he's really fucking good. But he just said, and I had no intention to stop it, but he's just like, keep the cameras rolling. You don't know, you never know. This might be genius. And I'm like, this might be genius fucked me up. Because it's like, yes, I think that a lot of people are like, they're trying to like put forth whatever the fuck they believe to be genius. And it's like, I'm not saying, it's like, I'm thinking about posting online and I'm like, I never thought in a million years that someone would care about pancake pie at all. You know, it's like, and I'm not saying it's genius, but it's like, I would never know that would be the thing. I mean, all I could do being hungry, being at the drawing board, I was just like, this makes me laugh, you know, this might be genius, you know, or like, what the hell's going on in here? Eggs. I was just like, that's funny, but that's it. Like, I wasn't like, oh yeah, cool. Like this is gonna, I got a fucking banger on my hands. I was just like, I don't know, you know, like, yeah, like this seems all right to me. But again, so when he said it, I was just like, oh yeah, like you just don't know how these things are gonna be like cared for or cherished or fucking thrown away or whatever. Yeah, so the thing was though, which again, it blew my mind. I swear it blew my mind. But I filmed this thing and I made this thing and she was stoked on it. But she was also like, hey, is there any way I could come and help you edit? And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I was like, it's funny too, because it's like, I think that too. I feel like I'm so malleable, especially working with people who I fuck with, where I'm like, oh my God, you don't know how to edit, but you want to edit this piece that you're paying me for. I don't have to do anything but just be your hands. Sounds great. And I feel like editors want to be editors. And I get that completely. And I feel like directors want to be directors. And I don't think I care about anything besides making a thing that we like, you know? And if someone is the boss, then awesome. Let's just try to get what you want. And again, like I'm saying about me and work and me saying I'm not good at getting the job, but I'm good at doing the job is since day one, if I ever got a job, I would speak up. I mean, I wouldn't speak out of pocket, but if someone asked me my opinion, I'd give it to them, you know? Like I wouldn't be nervous to be like, oh yeah, I think that this is better than this and then this should go here. But again, I feel like that too, like I feel like, and not like, again, you know, Hans, you know, you asked me when I said about like, again, over here, time, language, forever, you know, or the universe, or you, or the forest, or whatever. But I feel like that too, like if I'm trying to make something, especially with someone who also feels like they have like the vision, I'm serving the forest. I'm just like, oh yeah, cool. Again, I will give you my opinion. I don't know what this is going to be perceived as after the fact. I don't know. This might be genius. You know, it's like, again, I will help you. And I, by this point, have realized that like I've like consumed enough information to have an opinion that someone might be like, you know, one big, how can I say big? One video, I'm actually not even gonna say it because I'm just gonna make it because I think that might be the first video. But yeah, I mean, it's like if someone's calling me for my opinion, I'll give it to them. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, and it's not that like there's like nothing in me that would be nervous, because it's like, yeah, like again, like I say it to mom a bunch, but it's like some people aren't calling you for a job because they're generous. You know what I mean? They're not trying to fucking help you out. They're trying to help themselves out. If they're calling you for a reason. And again, I also feel like this too, though. It's like, when someone, like, honesty comes off honestly, like, it's like I could right now be trying to fucking sell you snake oil, being like, fucking, yeah, I'm confident, whatever. or it's like, you know, when someone is just comfortable being like, nah, again, like I like this as opposed to that, or this is stronger than this, or like this is good in this regard. If you're asking me my opinion, you know, it's like when you come across someone who is iffy about where they stand, they get real nervous real quick. They get real nervous. Um, are you saying that because your mom has epic shits and grow? True though, yeah, it is. I mean, I forgot when I said it. I was like at a bar with some friends and it came up, and it's funny because one of my friends who I said it to like laughed so hard. Okay, wait, no, but I'm so okay. So I was saying that Larry and Kathleen, Kathleen was over here and she was just like looking over my shoulder editing. And I was like, sounds good. If you have the vision, you take it. I'll do all of this. It's just less work for me. Sounds great. And she was like, what are you working on next? And I was just like, oh, I don't really know. And she's just like, she said something like, oh, you should meet this comedian. You should, cause you guys both work in comedy. And I was just like, I don't work in comedy. And she's just like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? I mean, I don't work in comedy. And she was just like, what the fuck? She thought it was a bit. And I just didn't know. I was just like, wait, this is funny. Again, I mean, it's like I laugh at some stuff, but I really was like not thinking, especially then, that I was like working in funny, which was, it blew me away. I swear. But it's also, again, like I was just like, I like this thing. And it's also funny because it's like we brought it up and mom brought it up again. But like when that person was just like, oh, I feel like Kevin is like putting on his laugh. And it's like, I'm not giving mom any laughs. You know, it's like if she's making me laugh, she's making me laugh. But also there's something in here's a YouTube video. But I feel like, and I think I was saying this before, but I feel like, you know, like if like saying amen and also like the origins of amen, a trip from like the little homework I've done, but amen, you could learn to say, you know, you could learn, yo, Mama Bear, how's it going? Okay, wait. I bet you, Big Cheese, you'd like Larry Gold. I mean, he's amazing. Wait, it's like credit when you help someone with something. Yeah, totally. It's such, dude, so lame. Wait, are there some things you thought? No, Melissa, I've just never thought that way. Like I never thought I had anything on my hands. You know, I feel like, because again, I feel like it's all like twigs on a fire. You know, it's all just like, thanks, Mama Bear. This is very different than Mom's channel, but when she comes, she just takes over everything. But yeah, no, I never really thought. I mean, maybe the only time I ever did was with the second year of Halloween videos. I really like put all my effort into it, and then they didn't really land. I mean, they land, but it's also just one of those like, I think with some things online, especially then, but to some people too who are very like analytic heavy, they want their return on investment immediate. You know, they don't. It doesn't like, it's not like slow burn shit. And so, yeah, we just made videos that we were both. I mean, it's like mom acted. You know, it was really funny and silly and whatever. So maybe I thought like those would maybe go, but I also realized heavy that like, oh yeah, like people, especially on Instagram at the time, they didn't really want like, I mean, also it was like shitty production, but like they didn't want produced videos. They wanted the rawer shit. And again, it was raw stuff, but it was like ripe for when TikTok came around, and it was like actual like no editing and actual like, you know, like you don't use a phone as a prop. You just go like that. You know, it's just like the real phone on TikTok is the phone case empty. You know what I mean? And but I feel like after that too, which I think was really good, me being like, oh no, man, you know, it's just like, look, all of it helped because I made stuff and people liked stuff and I learned stuff. How is that not the goal? You know? But after that, I think the biggest thing I learned was like, oh yeah, I'm not thinking anything is going to land ever. I mean, I say it all the time to mom. It's like everything is impossible. No one likes anything. If someone fucks with any of it and something comes easy, man, thank your lucky stars. It's just a good day. Oh wait, not to linger on the Lego thing, but you get money for the pitch and percent of the sales they probably didn't want to give him because, oh yeah, that'd be, oh, I mean, that, you said a Batman car. I mean, that's like money for life. You and Lily are 100% a comedy duo. When you do the what over and over and get her angry, cracks me up every time. I mean, I've just done that my whole life. I mean, yeah, and I feel like I thought it was funny, but I don't know. I really don't know what it was. I don't know why I didn't think that. I just don't know. I was like very like, whoa, like you think, because even thinking about the video that we were making, I think that she was like, this is a comedy. And I was just like, what do you mean? We just got to bring attention to this record. I was like, but I also feel like, I guess it's like the language that we use is kind of funny, or it's like, I mean, the other day, I forgot what we were saying, but mom and I were going back and forth about some shit. And then she was just like, you're a sick man. And I was like, dude, damn, dude, you're a sick man. Like that's funny. Like that is fucking funny. But she wasn't trying to be. And again, like I say it all the time, she would never, ever, 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 ever understand why any of this is funny. Like, it's like if, like when I make the edit, which I'll 100% finish this week, 100%, I don't think she'll find it funny at all, And I think that that's also like hysterical, but yeah, I don't know. I just never really thought of it. Cause I also feel like, yeah, like when I was telling the friends yesterday the stories of like this, I didn't really think it was funny. I mean, but I didn't. But I was really just like, oh no, like I just turned 41. I'm trying to be a YouTuber and I'm raising a TikTok streamer who wants to have an OnlyFans, And like there were people who were like, just that was so funny. And I'm like, that's real though. It's like, what's the fucking, it's like, yeah. But what I was saying is, and again, like some YouTube video down the line, but I think that, with, like, I guess, I mean, it's like whatever, like even with the anonymous programs or like religion or whatever, but like, you could be on the wrong track and get on the right track. And then you could also have someone who's just born religious or whatnot. And then in your head, you could say amen. You could say like, if someone's like, I don't know, the sun's shining today, amen. I don't know. You could just say, you could learn why something means I agree, amen, whatever. But I feel like laughing is amen in the forest. Like if you're over here being like, I know I'm not supposed to laugh at this, but you laugh at it, it's like, this is saying you can't say amen. This is saying this is who you are. It's just like, if you're laughing at some shit, it's who you are. If you find some shit funny, it's almost like, I mean, granted, you could be an asshole like kid and whatnot and be like, you could like learn to be like, oh, that's not really funny. But it's like when it comes to like some of the shit that like mom says by this point or whatever, it's like whenever, or it's like, I do it all the time when I'm saying something to her and I say it fucking straight and like harsh. And when she laughs, I'm like, just know whatever I said, you understand to be true. You know what I mean? And it's not one of the, even if it's like, if she's, mad at me or something, or like I'm saying something where like, where I'm like, I don't, it's like, even right now, I mean, I don't mean to be rude. And I mean, I'll say hello, but it's just like, I'm not going to hang out with my neighbors. It's like, I don't want to hang out. I'm like, I feel like this is not work at all, but it's also like, I feel every stream I'm feeling more comfortable. I'm doing something. I'm compartmentalizing some ideas. Cheese is saying this, you guys are asking me questions and I'm like, oh yeah, shits, bullshit, whatever. I'd rather be doing this. It's like, I would, and I'll go and say goodbye on the tail end, wait, my dad loves your Jungle Love one. That's his fave. Dude, sick. I mean, dude, that took a long time. That took a long time to do. I I think that was actually year 1. We went hard the first year. I mean, we went hard every time we did whatever, but mom really nailed it with that one. And of course said I like, what are you laughing at, you idiot? Shut up. Yeah, I mean, she is funny. I hopefully I could find some of these old videos, but there was an old friend of mine who we there I remember like vividly that we watched this video of my mom yelling at me. Like I was like being an idiot. My mom was yelling at me. We caught it on some like home. Why the fuck are we kids watching like home videos? And we watched it on we it went viral. I mean, we just kept on going, and she was just like, "Stop it, Kevin!" Just like yelling, and we found it so funny. Wait, it's so absurd. It's funny, absurd in a good way. Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's also probably a strong suit of ours or of mine, because it's like I also feel like one thing I would do all the time is if someone said anything crazy, I would just be like, "That fool just said," It's like, and I wasn't even. I was more documenting. It's just like if mom says, "What the hell's going on here?" Eggs, and someone was just like, "Oh no, well, actually those are tapioca balls," and I'm just like, she just said, "What the fuck is going on here?" Eggs, man. Like, leave it alone. Like, it's like, what do you, dude? It's like, A, don't just fucking chew that, and B, dude, like, let's sit with this moment. This is special, Wait, my mom pulled a Lily today. She texted me, "What's the movie where the guy eats sheep?" It's a true story. Silence of the Lamb. Oh my god, that's so good. That is so good. That is so good. Well, that's another thing too. But that's another thing too about like one thing that I found so cool about my parents was because it's funny, because it is really funny. Would never my mom would never buy anything. My mom would never like splurge, like my mom would never buy tickets to a show. My mom would never buy a record, But it's like when she's talking about like, "Oh, I've seen everyone," she doesn't know that it's just like if she didn't have those, she would be bummed. It's like both myself and my father have like put mom in situations where she doesn't understand entirely how rich her life is. It's like even like and I'm never over here being like, "Motherfucker, me, look at me." But it's like, yeah, when it's like every so often someone will come up and be like, "Oh my God, you give me so much hope to be this, and you could do that, and I could end up like this." And I'm also like, if you only knew how much I'm putting mom in a position to just be herself. You know what I mean? Like, it's like her going to a show, not knowing what was gonna happen, this and that, and then she ends up having a story. But also all the while beforehand, she's yelling at me about the fact that she doesn't want to do it. And when she's walking, she's over here being like the fucking son and this and that. But I also know that in the long run, she will obviously forget the shitty parts and she'll only remember the good parts. And the good parts will easily outweigh the bad parts. But also, the night before, she's over here being like, "Do you have someone else you want to go with?" And I'm like, "Do you think that I'm going to have a hard time giving someone a fucking artist pass to a festival with like, with like a fucking Vampire Weekend headlining? No, that's not going to be a problem. But like, no, motherfucker, you're going to come with me, And so it's like, and then it's like, she's at the festival and people are like, "Oh my God, it's so cool." Like she's so cool. Like, "Oh, I'm going to be like this." And I'm like, have a fucking son who's like basically like putting her in a headlock and like throwing her in a fucking Uber to like bring her out to a thing that she doesn't want to go to because I know it's going to be whatever. But on that same breath, my dad did that same thing. It's like, I think that, he took her to go see shows where he didn't know to speak the language. And it's like, he was like, "It doesn't matter, man. It's going to be fun. Like, it's going to be cool." Yeah, like, it's, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's like to set the mood. Again, it's like mom, and she really does get it, but like she doesn't get it. You know what I mean? Wait, a few. What I was saying. Oh, well, the reason I brought that up is I was like, what the fuck was I saying? But my dad, I used to watch my dad be like my mom would order food because she doesn't go out to eat ever. But like she would order food, and they spoke a language that had no words. You know, she'd be like, she'd like look around and he'd already have like salt. You know, like she'd be like, oh, it's missing a little bit, and he'd just be like, hot sauce, please. You know, it's like he knew her well, and yeah, it's like it's funny because it's like I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, saying like what's the movie where he eats a sheep, it's like my dad never corrected my mom, he just knew what she meant and then just ran with it, and I know what she means, I just make fun of it, you know what I mean? That's just the difference between us, you know, or at least I found it funny. And I'm like, but it's also one of those things where it's like, you know, it's really hard to, like, now we kind of understand a certain humor here for sure. I mean, like, people understand this type of humor, but it's like it's not one of those things where like you could, if you explained it to someone, it's just, it's like you really have to be there. It's just, you're just telling a story that sucks. But like, if you see it, you know, it's like, could you imagine if you've never seen the video or anything, or you guys were just all friends and I was just like, oh my God, dude, I gave my mom some boba and she said, what's going on in here? Eggs? It's like, someone could be like, that's funny. Others will probably be like, I don't know what the fuck those were either, you know? But then it's like, you see it and it's like, oh, again, like, that's what I thought, you know? Or like, it's like, it also kind of, you get into the, like, it is a lot of what mom says, but it's like also how she says shit is fucking is something. Wait, she didn't even change, just opened her case. A few years ago, my grandma pulled a Lily where she had on her sunglasses and opened the glasses case and shut them and was like, okay, what's going on? Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. Same mom. The stutter gets mom just started stuttering. Wait, imagine 2 Lilies, Kevin. How about my parents? Oh wait, that's how my parents are. Oh my God, that's a lot. How awesome would it be? That's a lot, dude. How awesome would it be to hear from some of her older friends explaining what Lily does? Yeah. Ron Hayes, man, a legend, a true romantic. True. That's legit the most beautiful thing to know about. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, yeah, you know, it's also funny because to answer both those things, but like, it was a bit of a bummer because, again, I feel like it's just like the worlds were changing so much that it's like, again, right now I'm like, I could tell mom's story, but I probably just want to make it a YouTube video. But at a time, probably about like 10 years ago or so, I was like, I'm gonna tell a story. Oh no, I know exactly what it was. I was working, the first video I made on here, I made like a little documentary about a band, or about the making of a record. And then someone at Viacom was like, I love your mom. She's awesome. We should do something. And I was like, let's make a documentary about her. And they were like, okay, that sounds interesting. Like, does she have a story? And like, boy, does she. But I was like, but first, just know I want to direct it and I want to edit it. And they were like, whoa, this is a pretty, you know, you're asking a lot. And I'm like, well, sure. And they're like, what have you done? And I'm like, well, I'm working on this movie where I'm working on like a YouTube thing, you know? But I'm like, yeah, like, I mean, it's real, you know, like, yeah, like, let's go. So then it was a trip because I was like, look, there's somewhat of an offer on the table. I don't know how serious they were, but I was like, this is a good story and I need to prove a concept in some regard to say that like, I've made this thing, I've made a thing. So I'm going to edit this, whatever. So then when talking to the label, they're like, what are you talking? What? No, man, you're not talking to people over here as like a deal what you're doing, and here's army, you know, and I'm just like, everyone can win, man. You know, it's like everyone can win. But again, I'm sure I just came off like a crazy person. But there was like a week or so where I was really, really in it and like thinking about all of it. And I had like a layout for a documentary on mom, like an actual, because again, now it would look a lot different. Because it was like, if there was a backer, it would be a movie. I would make the movie. I would do the thing where all the good bits would be on the B side. It'd be the Criterion second disc, you know? But the movie will be the movie. And one thing I really wanted to do was I was going to track down. Well, really what I wanted to do, because again, I'm just fucking extra. I was like, I'm going to make like a YouTube channel on my own. I'm going to do this right here. But I'm going to tell my dad's story and I'm going to tell my mom's story. Because the thing is, if you don't know my dad, it's like my mom is my mom now for sure. But like my dad, my dad is all over my mom. You know what I mean? It's just like if the person we love wouldn't exist if it wasn't for my dad, for sure. And so I was like, I think to tell mom's story, it'd be better to first tell my dad's story, which also be just like a funny, fun one. And then it'd be like, oh, this is buckle up, you know? Because it's like, I feel like anyone who was asking for mom's story knew it was going to be some funny bits and like heavy bits, but like it'd be funny, you know? And so the thing was though, I had people lined up to interview, which is so weird just about my parents, but some people would be people who worked with mom or people who used to buy from mom. So like I would go to Mexico and then I was like, I asked a friend if they translate because I also didn't want mom to be here. I didn't want mom to be in it. So, because it'd be like, I want to talk to them. And again, it's like people came for her. It's funny because it's like, I don't know my mom in Spanish, you know? It's like, I don't know my mom. Like, I don't know my mom at work because whenever I was there, I didn't understand the language. I didn't understand their relationships. But, you know, and I also didn't understand the fact that, again, mom gets really, really, really harsh and is fucking nuts because she also is very, she's a woman, you know? And she said, since I was young, like, man, if I was a man, I would eat you motherfuckers up, you know? Like, it's like, these people don't, like, they respect me. And that's how hard I had to be to gain their respect, let alone I'm fucking eating. Like, I'm on the block with them. Like, I'm doing shit, you know? But she was also just a little bit nervous, you know, that like people would just be, you know, like it's like people don't look at her with respect. So, you know, you kind of feel that. It's like you get hard in a certain way, but you also get like angry in a certain way. But it's also funny because I was telling Short Kitten, I was telling San Diego a little earlier that like, it's like, you know, when it comes to like work, I'm so my mom's son, but because it's not invisible, but she can't see this. She doesn't know I'm doing something, you know? She doesn't know I'm like making things and building things and learning a language that I don't know, but I'm also going to get good at it and it's work, you know? But it's like I work as much as her, but it just doesn't look like it, you know? Like I was saying, I know I've mentioned it, but I was telling my friend the other day, who's this comedian, and you know, she was just saying how like she like would kind of come up with these ideas or try to come up with these ideas all the time, and then nothing would come. Obviously, nothing would come, you know, because she's trying. And then one day it like all happens and like it just kind of pours out of her. And I was like, oh yeah, like if someone were to really look at, if there was a baby monitor on me while I'm working, it would look like someone just like suffering, just like it would just be like this. You know, I would just be like this. You know, I'd be pacing. I would talk to myself a little bit. I'd be like lying down. I'd be sitting down. I'd be eating. I'd be crying again. You know, it's like I'd be like, you know, it would just look. I'm going nuts. And I feel like that's like also mom. But I'm like, oh no, like I'm doing, man. I'm like, you know, it's like, you know, it's. Yeah, I mean, it's like, Yeah, again, thinking about, Big Cheese or whatever, about like the Substack stuff or whatever, like YouTube videos where it's like there is something in the like, yeah, like, like, not that I'm regular because shit has to be in it. Um, I stay taking shits. Could you imagine? Just like like the most ridiculous. Like it's also like not even clickbait. It's also like I love the idea of someone who is like very serious about, you know, they don't consume stupid, they don't consume absurd, they don't consume, whatever ridiculousness. And they're suggesting to a friend of theirs, just like an article that says I stay shitting, and it's just like, listen, just like throwing out like a fucking disclaimer, like I'm telling you, it lands, Imagine you had your dad, Evan, I think about that all the time. I bring it up to mom every so often. If my dad was here, if my dad was here, I don't know if I'd be doing this. Because the thing is, if my dad was here, my mom and my dad would be in Vegas a lot, and I would be making the things that I'd be making. I would be making a coffee table book. I'd be taking photos of them and stuff. But I would be directing. I feel like I would have made a film by this point. Like I would have been the art director for some bands. I would have been making big music videos, and I would, or I would have been of like a Vice personality or something. I would have doubled down on myself, or I would have had a YouTube channel, but that would be like a decade old. I would have a decade's worth of like stuff. But again, I also feel like I just know that if I were to do something like that, if like Fiona ever wanted, I would just be like, I'll drop everything and just do whatever with her. Or like a John Bryan, even though I don't think that maybe I'd even probably get in with him and be like, let me just put out a few things. But even that might be like more passion based, because I don't know why in the world people aren't like begging for more everything him. But I feel like I would just like, there'd be someone would just snatch me up and then pay me to use my ideas, or it'd be one of those things truly where like if I explain what I did, I mean, I still do it right now, but I would explain what I did and people would be like, oh, he's unemployed. It's just like, oh, I would 100% fall into a category of like, if I went to like the South or something, if I went on tour and I said what I was doing, they'd be like, this is an LA kid that doesn't have a job. Like he finagled his way into whatever. Or B, if there was an alternate universe where my mom and my dad were around and we were streaming, my dad would be a thing. It really would be like, it's like there's a spotlight on mom. But also it's funny because yesterday when I was at the party, I was talking about some of this stuff and I was like, yeah, we're streaming together now. Some people were like, oh yeah, like it's like, not that it's about time, but they're like, oh my God, so people are going to fucking know that you're a fucking, you're the fucking idiot you are. It's just like, oh, like you're like a thing, it's like not like your mom comes out of thin air, and I feel like if my dad was around, it would be, this wouldn't be a family channel, but it would be like, it's like when my mom goes to Kaiser now and they're saying, how do you feel? And she says, with my hands. That's like quintessential my dad. That is like, his sayings, his mannerisms, his all that shit, was really contagious and really silly and really like disarming. Just kind of like, oh yeah, like this guy is just a kid, it's like, yeah, like he wore shit on a hat, to my functions, like he, it's like, and we're kids. So we're like, this is awesome. And he was like us. So it was like, my mom was like, now, I mean, I don't know if she'd wear shit, but I mean, she'd maybe go out as the Lorax, but that's also like, it's like if mom was doing that in 2025, my dad was doing that in fucking like 95. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't even know what he would be doing if like he knew about like this. He would be in the mix and it would probably be really, really, really really silly and really funny. Um, wait, you've never had boba. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Again, that's what I'm saying. It's like all of mom's stuff makes sense. Again, I also feel like, again, between mom and I, it's like when I'm talking about, I stay shitting as like a fucking article about, no, what's really important is to consume things that are inspiring and then make things and show people things, and that will help things grow, you know. um Again, like if you're taking a shit, you're really going to help something if it's nutritious, if it's not bull. But anyhow, um the thing is, I feel like the same thing with mom. It's like she's saying, she says she knows what she means what she says, she just says it in a way that what she's talking about. But it's also like, if you're not going to give it some time, if you're not going to give it, or like, it's like, if you're not going to get it once, you'll never get it. But if you get it, you're like, oh, there's something here, and I think that that's also like, that's like what we do, I think, well, it's like, oh yeah, there's substance here. It's just shroud in trash, Um Wait, who is doing smooshies with me? Wait, oh boy, yes, she does. You don't even know. One second. Who is doing the smooshies with me, like on my side of the screen? I don't know what that is, Evan. Wait, Kevin, I know this would be a lot, but what if you had a movie review channel with mom? Well, I think, to be honest, I think that that's kind of where I want to go a bit with, not reviews, but with, but I love your perspective. Thanks. Wait, you better change your background. Yeah, I know. But also, maybe Lily's sense of humor wouldn't have developed the same way. There's no way in the world. I mean, mom had a sense of humor for sure, but it's like, wait, I wish I could come to one of your mom's art shows. I live in Oklahoma. I wish too, but maybe we could. I'm hoping. I really hope. I mean, I was like daydreaming this morning about us going on the tour. I mean, it's like that would just land so hard if we went on tour, learning the states, because we haven't done the states in a long time. If we did that, I mean, my God. Oh wait, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to consume and take shits. It's important, again, and it's like, and again, it's being regular, again, in my head, making a video. I mean, I would probably be yapping, but oh my God, if I were to make the video I really want to make, going to a fucking doctor, going to mom's Kaiser doctor, asking about how important it is to be regular, then going to a farmer and being like, what's bullshit good for? Just like a real farmer, just like nothing, like also talking about like nutritious to like whatever. And then also going to like an amazing artist. Oh my God, again, my head will go forever. An amazing artist who's doing amazing work and never puts out anything. And it's just like, again, it's like, they'll probably really tell the tale of like, don't do this, And it's also, how is it not a matter of like, we all know the right answer. We all know the answers. We all know the fucking answers. Doing it is impossible. It's just like, we all know it's easy to be healthy, man. Fucking, eat right and exercise. Do it. It's fucking hard. It's fucking hard. And so it's like having someone, like who's sitting on amazing shit and never puts out, never takes shits. That's essentially constipated. I bet you they'd be like, don't do this. Again, point proven. Again, then going to like, oh my God, like a fucking, like, oh my God, I guarantee you, like a gigantic artist today, like a gigantic musician today. And then me being like, how'd you get here? And it's just like, one day, man, I just made a song and I just fucking press upload, And then, people liked it. And then I did it again. And it's like, bars. That's another reason why, again, it's like my perspective is I mean, I could explain it in 50 different ways. It's kind of like, it's like numbers. It's just like, if the answer's 10, you can get there infinite ways, just like here's, 9 plus 1 and fucking 10 plus 0 and fucking 5 plus 5 and then fucking 20 minus, whatever. I know what I mean. But so the thing is, it's like, that's one reason why I feel like I can't get mad at someone who's doing some shit and they fell into some stuff because they fucking, they put something out there. It's like, I can't, how the fuck am I? It's like, don't get me wrong. And I could sit around, especially, maybe before, but not really. But like, I can get jealous and be like, fuck, I think I'm making something better than that. But then that's also bullshit. It's just like, you probably wouldn't be getting the people who like that thing because you're doing something different. But again, I'm like, I think that my ideas about it is so I'm regular, it's like because I'm regular, to stay regular, you have to work. And then if you're working, you're not fucking comparing much. I mean, I'm sure you can, but it's really when you have all the free time, that's when you start thinking you're a fucking loser. And then that's really when it gets bad, where it's just like, yeah, I mean, like there's often, I mean, just now, I mean, it's fucking 7. I mean, I've lost track of time, it's like, that's probably important. It's like, this is something it's like, I enjoy this clearly, but, yeah, it's like to someone where it's just like, again, like, do I feel like I work? No. Is this work kind of in the long run? Maybe, but no, but yes, but whatever. Does like the homies from last night have a right to fucking complain or say this isn't right or meaningful or whatever? Because I'm not working on my film. Fuck you, man. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't shut the fuck up, yeah, but 1 second. Wait up, Evan. So the thing is, again, I'm thinking about, wait, you got to break out the flashcards and the puzzles. Mom is really rough at that, but I mean, I totally will. I mean, I know they're right over there. Maybe one day, I can convince my parents to take me to LA. I'm only 13, by the way. Damn, dude. You're hearing a grown man cuss a lot, man. Oh my God. Wait, Evan, how did you find us? That's such a trip because like you really kick it. That's a trip, dude. That's a trip. Yo, Mackenzie. Wait up. How was mom after power? A half hour? She was all right. She took a shower. She ate more of her fucking onion soup or whatever. And then she was like reading, but she went to bed early. She was fine. I mean, I thought that we're gonna talk today, but I got here and she was she's at the neighbor's party. So we'll probably do a recap. We'll really do a recap tomorrow. But so the thing is, Evan, so I want to do that, but I feel like we might do it because again, for some reason, mom just not great at making a video. How's it going, PMM? She just wants to do this. So I feel like what we might do is if we do, because we will. I mean, when I do have a channel, the memberships, and I'm gonna have the Discord where we watch a movie, and it's just like mom watching Harry Potter. I mean, it'll be hilarious because you guys are really gonna understand how she's not gonna understand one word. It's like we have to every single time I watched Star Wars. I watched Empire Strikes Back 4 times with her by this point, and I still had to have a video because she's just like, so what happened? It's like, oh my God, this is crazy. But I feel like if we do start streaming movies, then we could have a stream where she reviews whatever. And I think that could be it. The first thing I'm gonna be really working on with mom when I kind of figure out these things and like I have all the admins in place and the subscriber whatever will be disclaimer. But it's unfortunate. I really did want it to be the movie stuff because I also kind of thought that like it'd be a lot easier to just make things that are just relatable if it's just, if you're looking for Star Wars. I mean, like even that Star Wars video, like the New Hope, I know people would like that video if they saw it, if they're into Star Wars. I bet you they'd find it to be somewhat interesting. I mean, the last time I actually watched it, I kind of like teared up. I was just like, oh my God, this is good. But I was like, oh yeah, cool. Like we'll do Star Wars. There's easy. That's at least 10 videos. Then we'll do whatever, Harry Potter. Like Mom Explains. That's why I was just like doing that thing, making it a format where I'm like, cool, let's go to the movies. I even had, dude, I was like in line to get a fucking AMC pass. And she's just like, you better not. And I'm like, dude, why? But again, she just doesn't see that there is like value in making a YouTube video at all. It's just crazy. Wait, I didn't know about you, but I'm writing this off as a business meeting. Dude, that's hilarious. Hell yeah. Oh my God, dude. Yes. But also again, something that I love more than anything, I'm like, yes. Like do that. Like I want to start a thing where I'm over here being like, cool, let's do a thing where there is a Substack and we're making some money and then you're the editor. And then it did start here off of that thing. And it's real. It's like, again, I feel like it's like, it's just so obvious in some worlds, but it's just so foreign in mine. But I'm excited to kind of like walk away from whatever the fuck world I was in, even though I'm always going to be there. Yeah, you do seem older, more mature. But I found you on YouTube. The original one I saw was The Television Is Full. I didn't see you again for another 2 years. And I saw a validation video and I watched the vids. Whoa. You made me Gandalf and I fell in love with y'all. Wait up. Oh my God. I should make, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to make this a smooshie. I'm going to make this a emote. Dude. Fuck. I didn't even, I think I do have some of Mom's art as emotes, but not really. Dude, that's awesome. Sabrina, I bet you I did if you sent it, but I haven't even looked up for a second since I started yapping. That's so sick, man. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked you're hanging out. You have an archive of hundreds of hours of hilarious content on here. So much material to edit from. You know what? I was the other day. Kev, hit me up when you need. Okay, we'll do, Melissa. Again, I mean, it's a matter of time. Where like again, now I feel comfortable enough, especially when like. I'll be getting the Nitro thing and then just kind of like seeing that there, seeing the world then. And then I'm like, okay, cool. This, because also I'm like, I really do. I mean, I love like how like intimate this is, but I'm also like, I just know there are people who are on Instagram that will just love to hang out here, and like, and I'm thinking maybe like I should just make a little channel where like it's like us, but I'm also like there'll be more it's like I'm stoked. But so yeah, I mean I'm also gonna need things. Wait, does Mom see the value in any no. I mean she does in the fact that like when she went to it's like I mean she does, but it's like it's also like we've gotten like tips here and it's like I'm like it's going into like a computer. It's like it's like I've made a thing for us to do a thing. If in a million years if I was just like, hey yo, yo, let's get some fucking lights to start, streaming. She'd be like she would invent cuss words that we don't even know yet, but we know they're fucking mean, And I'm like, well, okay, every step of the way, I'm putting it back into this. So it's like every so often, it's like there's a new piece of something, or like when we got microphones, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's like they came from somewhere, but she's just like, who cares? We could just talk to the phone. And I'm like, no, man. You know, it's like she comes home and like there's a green screen up and she's just like, what the fuck is that? You know, she just like, it costs money, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I know, you know, it's like, I really know. So it's like, she doesn't because she's over here being like, how there's no money, you know? And I'm like, there is, you know, but so she doesn't see the value. And, you know, I mean, she did see the value in, let's just say like, you know, merch, but I told you like that story, you know, it's just like, we were selling some stuff, but it was really sitting in a warehouse. And then once we couldn't put it on the warehouse anymore, it was like mom couldn't answer an email. So it's like, you know, it's like and also it's like, by this point, I'm sure there is a company or a service that does it, but it's like, there isn't really services where we could just drop off merchandise for them to just ship, you know, it'll just be like, this is just independent stuff. Cause it's like all the people who do fulfillment also want to make the merch. That's where they're going to make the money from, you know? So again, it's like all of this is kind of this like really weird mishmash of whatever. And then over the holidays, I was like, I'm going to make my account. And because the thing is, I want to start making YouTube videos. And it's because it took such a long time to make one with mom, I was like, I have to start making them on my own. And I'll show you what I mean. You know, like I'll show you what I mean when I have 30 videos working for me, you know? But again, that's all just like, man, this is nonsense. There's no way, you know, it's like, she didn't believe any of it, you know? And so even still, she doesn't, but I'm like, all right, you just wait, you know? Wait, do you have a title for your Substack? The ranting of the freaking lunatic seems appropriate. I mean, yeah. You know, I mean, I was thinking, I mean, I feel like, so one of the reasons why I thought of making this was because, and again, it makes total sense in hindsight, but like you know, it's like, I kind of look at my mom as like my partner, you know, but she's not. I mean, she is, but she's not. And I just say it because I'm like, let's just say if I was just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel and I'm gonna have a Substack. Big Cheese, you're my partner. If I said anything, if I was just like, I have this idea, you know, you'd probably be on board. You'd just be like, all right, if we're doing this, we'll figure it out. Like, I'll do what I do, you do what you do. And it's like, mom has this funny thing of like, she can't, like, even when she's like sending off shirts. And again, we just only sold to you guys, but it's just like, I had to receive the thing. I had to take a screenshot. I had to send her these things. If she didn't get something, it would still be a matter of me making a thing where it's just like, if she's over here showing, you know, here's 20 shirts and 20 screenshots to someone who's just writing it down. It's just like, what are you doing, man? It's like, you know, but so the thing is, she's back. So so what happened was I would go and I would drink coffee and I would be on one. Oh. And then when I'd get home, mom would be waking up and
with the mariachi. It was the best 3 hours I ever had for my birthday too. What is going on? Your people, my people, your people. I love you guys. I have to
Where's
tell you
your
honestly,
microphone, bro?
Honestly, I was the next door neighbor. I swear, he bring mariachi, half for the birthday girl and the other half is for me. I sing Vicente Fernandez. People cheered for me. Unbelievable. I love you guys. I will write back. You want a piece of?
No.
Okay. I love you guys.
So the thing was, I was like, I figured it out. I'm going to create a Discord server and whatever. And then she's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? Or it was like, we got like a deal with fucking, you know, like a art show something. And I'm like, oh my God, look, I figured this out. And again, I was like working towards all these things, but then she'd just be like, what are you like? Leave me alone, man. And then I would get frustrated and she'd get frustrated. So then I was just like, I'm going to do something on my own so you could see what I mean. And I also realized that in trying to explain it to her, like in trying to explain something to someone who doesn't want to understand what I'm saying, compared to Short Kitten, if we were going back and forth, I feel like you hear me, you know? And even if you hear me, but you're not doing all of it yet, I bet you if we just showed up every day doing this, you would get it. You would be doing it. You would see progress in hindsight. Mom didn't want to, you know? So she's like, I don't want to do this. I just want to talk to the whatever. And so it was just like, I'm doing all this work. And again, she's not doing work. I mean, she's the star. She's Lucille Ball. You know what I mean? She's everything. But I had to learn how to explain it 10 different ways. And so while learning how to explain it 10 different ways, I kind of came up with these ideas. And so one thing, I don't know, I might be thinking about like raising Lily Hayes or something. The only problem is too, it's like Majestic Enterprise was supposed to be my thing. Then it was like I needed to come up with some fucking dumb idea or a handle, and this little rainbow was like just came up out of nowhere. Where I'm like, maybe I should be Kevin Hayes, but also it's like freaking lunatic makes sense, but it's also you kind of really have to be in Mom's world to understand it. I don't know, but it's gonna be something that's gonna be like all over the place. But again, I also I don't think names matter much. It's just a matter of like, if it's good, it's good, you know? And then doing the work to bring attention to it is, I mean, I say it a bunch. I mean, you have to be an artist to be an artist, and you have to be an artist to bring attention to your work. Wait, I remember when you made, Never Man Wanted, but only had $6. Oh my God. Yo, Evan, where's your Discord? Send me your address.
You need me?
Send me your address.
Yo, guys, what a day I had today.
So it's just going to be so hard to get that consistent. Yeah, totally. You been drinking?
Of course.
What have you been drinking?
I don't know. Whatever they give me, I drink.
Did you tell me you played Power Hour?
They all got crazy. Everybody said, yes, you can do it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, did I do it?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Lily's ready to stream with the... Yeah.
Listen, I can do the 5. I want to see who put the money in their mouth. We have to go tomorrow to the post office.
Yeah, we have a few things to send over.
Yes. What I wanted to say, can I go back and come back in 15 minutes?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, you don't need me, huh? I like it.
I mean, I've been streaming for an hour, 57 minutes.
Wonderful. So exactly when I left.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, exactly when I left.
She's a woman about her money values, and if you can't literally see it, it's going to be tough. That's true. But Kev, I'll hit you up when...
Big cheers. Big cheers. Next time, don't bet nothing against me. You will always go on my team. You're going to be a winner.
Wait, hi, Mom. So I'm back. Hadn't watched. All good, Mama Bear. Yeah, Mom's here. Damn, dude, you got here and crickers. I didn't get one cricker once.
This is embarrassing, man. Asshole. Shithead. The mariachi was so happy.
Only Vicente Fernandez. She only for me. I sing.
She is on one again.
Yeah. What? I wanna one again? Are you guys crazy or something? I had one. She mixed up something. Why? Because I talk fast with that I'm on something?
Yes, I'm on something. I'm on life.
Holy Decay says hi, Lily.
Hi, honey.
Oh my God, what have yeah, Kevin, I said she can do it, and
Thank you.
you said I was lying. That's true. No, but I was saying
Listen, he's never not on my team. Never.
Second. Wait up. Yeah.
Never the piece of shit is against me.
Wait, 1 second. Anita said she needs some moral support.
Yes, honey. What do you need?
Do you remember her name?
Winnie.
What was it?
Anita Winning. Winner.
Yeah.
Anita Winner, what kind of moral support you want?
I think she just wants the
Honey,
vibes.
the vibe that I have today, and I'll give it to you, is for not for a week, for the rest of your life.
What's her name?
Anita Winner.
So I think that you should like address her. You know what I mean?
Okay. Anita Winners. Winners, it's a lot of happiness, is a lot of positivity, is a lot of convincingly, is a lot of brains. Everything you should have it over this, not this. You should have it like this. Enjoy it life. Life is very good. You need to make the best out of it. You know, the best. I love you, Anita winners, and the winners, they are winners. We are winners, honey. We are only up, only up. I love you. I'm going to bring another little piece of cake. Everybody ask about you, asshole.
Wait, you know, you are funny.
I am?
Yeah.
The mariachis love me.
Relax, bro.
I swear. They
Relax.
thought you're Argentinian, you're this. I said, listen, for me, Vicente Fernandez is the best songs. So they did 5 songs for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was more than awesome. More than awesome.
But Kev, me and my husband and kids watch Power Hour, and they were laughing at what Marco says. We're Serbs. Oh yeah, can drink anything. Oh my.
Yes.
Wait. Well, you know, again. So Well, one of the reasons why I came here was because I'm gonna take that stream and I'm gonna edit it. Melissa, you know what? Again, I want to do that, but it's like I was.
Kevin no sabe nada. Kevin, kako se kaže in Serbian? On ne zna. On samo savi engleski. Nothing od Jugoslavije. Ako ti mi govoriš Srbijen, ja znam sve, ali ne govorim sa nikoga. Sam ovde 45 years. Nemam ni mama, ni dedu, ja nemam nikoga hoću da govorim Srbijen. Hoću, ali ne mogu. Ali hvala ti lepo da znaš the Serbian can drinks, man.
Wait, also Evan, you don't have to send us any money. I mean,
Evan,
it's like,
don't talk about your name. Don't. Heaven, I already spent your money. What did you give me, $20?
no.
Heaven, how much you give me?
No, Evan, you drew this for Evan.
Okay. You don't have to pay me for this, honey.
And Evan's 13, hanging out with us.
He's a 13 years old boy.
Yeah.
You want me to send you $13 check too? And this, honey. You don't have to give me shit. You're 13 years old. I love you. Yeah. I love you.
I know,
you
dude.
don't have to send me nothing.
Teaching them young.
It's from my heart.
Again, I'm saying.
I started working when I was 12. 12. You're here behind me. You're gonna have good brains for business.
Wait, listen. I'm just saying.
You frame this. One day they're gonna give you $1 million. Sell it. Sell it. Don't keep it. Sell it.
Oh my God.
Sell it.
Second. No. Let's make sure everything's okay with your parents. Let your parents see this. You know what I mean? Like,
what's wrong with this?
Let your parents see a bit of this part of the stream when it's up, and then if it's cool, we'll send it over. You know?
What's wrong with this? Are you?
I'm
crazy?
not saying, Mom, you're a crazy lady. Okay, relax, dude.
Okay.
Relax.
I love you, honey. You be good. Be good.
Also, let's say, wait, Evan knows. He says, go ahead and send me that check.
Shit, motherfucker, he wants $13 too, huh? You piece of shit, you want this? I'm gonna pay shipping and handling and $13, huh? You're probably gonna put some more zeros there and you're gonna say, I'm gonna be but the builder 13 years old and gonna stick it to Lily. Wait for me on the corner. I'm gonna send you this with love.
This is the funniest idea. Wait, you should feed her famous quotes through AI generator and have Lily try to draw them out. Whoa.
What the hell now?
Okay. Taking famous quotes through an AI generator and trying to have Lily draw what comes out.
Okay, listen to me. I'm going to bring another piece of cake. When you start talking to me, I-N-E-N, drawing up, schmoing up, I am having the time of my life. Yesterday, from Friday, with 3 beers, I slept like a baby. Like a baby, I slept. I took a good shower. I did my job. Listen to me. 5 beers, how much they're giving me?
No, bro, it's 6 beers.
Sorry. 6 beers, how much I'm going to get?
You're not going to get it, bro.
Oh,
We're not going to let you do it.
Huh?
We're not going to let you do it.
Yeah, piece of shit.
I started working at 12 too. I've got the social security records to prove it. Big cheese. Started working at 12.
Good for you, man. This is why you retired at 54.
That's rad. Don't even tell, your school that Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Just don't tell the kids at the school there's only 6 type of fishes in the world in the sea.
Ah, okay, man.
Does the cake
Listen,
have alcohol in it?
I'm entitled to make sometime mistake. Sometime.
Um. 1 second. Wait, Evan. Wait. Talk to my 11-year-old. For real, just wants to game. That's
What-
awesome.
What game?
Because you know, people could play video games with
Yeah.
other people online now.
Uh-huh.
So it's like they could play, but you could play
Yeah.
with people all over the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonderful, honey. The only game I want, if I don't talk to you, I am watching telenovela, man.
It's not
If
a game,
not-
bro.
Okay, it's not a game. Let's see how much I walk today.
1 second. Kev, tell Lily that I got pink on my nails like she suggested.
You did? And you like it? I hope you do. I hope you do, honey. It's very mellow color and it's nice.
Cheese isn't retired. He's just working for himself.
She does?
Cheese.
Cheese? Oh, he didn't retire?
No, he's just working for himself.
Good for you, man. So you're the boss. It's like you retired. You can get up at 12, you can die at 6. You can,
Yo, Wilson, how's it going, man?
What do you mean?
Nice to have you. I'm kind of working. I'm trying to do YouTube a little and maybe make some money on this side just uploading shorts. He's working.
Good, honey.
He's working. Respect, man.
Whatever you do, good luck to you.
Do
Whatever
you
do.
love Lord of the Rings? Is Gandalf like your shit? Or is it just you just ask mom because
Huh?
what did you write here?
I don't know. You sil met pest is you sil met pest. Who is the asshole now? Huh? Who is somebody's name?
It's just someone's name.
You sell met peace. Peace, pass, post. What's this? What is this? What does it say, asshole?
You wrote it, dude.
You
How's it going, Madonna? How's it going,
Matt.
Star Trek?
pest. Okay, guys.
Madonna Wiener.
Now we have another. Now Madonna Vida.
Yeah, but Anita's the real,
Oh.
That's,
Anita.
I feel like Anita Wiener just needs a lot of like, she
We can
kind of
give
needy
you.
for moral support.
We can give you moral support, honey, anytime.
What's her name?
Anita Winners.
That's crazy. You know her full name.
It is crazy, huh?
I respect.
My brain is one time is like this, the other time is like this. What can I do?
Dude, I was at
Anita Winners.
yeah. How do you
Shit.
know that?
I don't know. Comes to me. You know? And I'm not chilling now. I'm sweating.
You are?
Yeah.
That's okay. Anita Wiener. Wait, Anita is the one true wiener.
Good. I like it. Anita Winners. I told you a minute ago. We are there. Yes.
Oh my God.
Aren't you proud of me? You left Friday until I didn't call you.
I told you a million times over, I've ghosted you. You can't call me if you wanted to. You couldn't call me.
Scumbag piece of shit.
Oh my God. Wait up. I think I'm gonna play Animal Crossing. Last night I was talking to a friend about playing video games that don't have anything besides hanging out. And they mentioned one game, but I completely forgot because I haven't heard it before.
I'm in heaven. Okay. What Big Cheese is saying, he's working. I'm going to go to...
How has she gotten? Who knows?
What did I get?
Mom is mom. You know what I mean?
What did I do?
I don't know. Wait 1 second. What should I?
Okay, don't ask me.
It's
Whatever
so-
I'm going to say, you're going to say.
No. Okay. No. Okay. I think I should hit the road.
Keep this.
But when are you coming back here?
No, I can come back in 5 minutes.
Well, I might hit the road. I'll see. We might stream. I heard Animal Crossing. I think I might start playing Animal Crossing.
Let's go in the
Kevin?
morning to the post office And
Kevin is
send-
the only person in the world that will ghost you and then show up at your house and stream for 2 hours. Facts. That's 100% facts.
Well, he's entitled to come.
I'm one of one.
He's entitled to come.
How long have I ghosted you for?
What the hell do I know? What did you do?
You can't call me.
I cannot call you?
No.
Okay, fuck you. So,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, yo guys, this was great. I'm going to figure out my plan. But I love you all. We'll talk. I mean, we'll hang out tomorrow for sure. But also, yo, Cheese, let's think of
I love you guys. You have to know, you better send the address and everything you tell. I have
We already
here
got
the
it.
card. We got it?
well, we got Betty and Ray for
Okay.
sure.
I love you guys.
Yes, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow, if not later on tonight. But we don't know about tonight because who knows if what.
No, tonight I have a program.
Never mind. So mom is gone. So we love you. We'll see you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.